All right, y'all. So here's what's going on. People are receiving emails that the credit card companies then decreased their credit card limits, whether it's because they had high credit utilization or they just paid off their account. A lot of different people are coming to the internet saying Chase, Wells Fargo, all these other banks who offer credit cards are decreasing their limits, man. Let's get into it. But first, like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, join the team before you hit the green, and don't forget the it's the middle of the week now. Shout out to Mark. I met you at Dillard's yesterday, brother. Appreciate you too, man. Let's get it.
Did anyone else get an email that their credit limit has decreased? And more specifically, have any men gotten this? Because I heard a lady on here talking about this the other day, that her credit has been decreased, and she was kind of going down a rabbit hole of like, this is the Handmaid's Tale. They're taking away women's bank accounts.
Oh, Lord.
And the weirder part is that I got this credit alert saying that my credit has been decreased, and I checked all my accounts, and my limits are the same. So what is going on?
Yeah, I doubt it's because you're a woman. They don't want that class action lawsuit. They definitely don't want that. And I've seen videos of men saying it, so I definitely know it's not just because you're a woman, but people are getting their stuff decreased, man.
One thing about credit cards that a lot of people do not realize is that credit limit is not always guaranteed to be yours. I have personally seen people with a $10,000 credit line, and the very next day, the creditor has decided to turn that line into like $1,000 line.
Ooh-wee.
So just because you have a high credit limit does not mean that it's always going to be there. You could be making your payments on time, keeping your balance low, using your card responsibly, and the bank can still decide to lower your limit for any given reason. And they don't even have to
Cold-blooded.
tell you why they lowered your card. When banks decide to lower somebody's credit card out of nowhere, your score can drop. And also, if you have a balance that is higher than the new limit, your score is now destroyed. You can always try to call the bank as soon as this happens, but 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be able to help you, and they're going to stand 10 toes down on that new limit. If you're using a credit card as an emergency fund and they happen to lower your limit, I would think about a plan B or C, because this can happen out of nowhere.
First of all, having a credit card as an emergency fund is not the smartest play. You want to have actual liquid funds first and foremost, because they can decrease your shit. Real talk. And then on top of that, if you're in an emergency and you need to use it, you're gonna owe that money, and you're gonna be in an even bigger emergency, basically, bro.
With all the shit we've had to put up with over the last goddamn fucking 5 years, who's done with fucking credit card companies? Because I know I am. I've been an American Express cardholder since 1989. 36 fucking years. I have business accounts, personal accounts, platinum accounts, employee cards, the whole shebang. I pay their ransom-like membership fees. I pay their ridiculous 29.9% loan sharking pay over time interest rates. Never goddamn fucking late, ever. I am the same customer I have always been with them. They have milked my ass for decades. I have kept the motherfucking lights on.
Oh, she mad. This
over
a
at
pissed
American
off white
Express.
lady, bro.
And suddenly, out of nowhere, they're gonna treat me like I'm a fucking deadbeat, like
I'm
I'm
a
one
schmuck.
fucking step away from bankruptcy. American Express was always known for its reputation, its travel, its point system, its concierge. But if they're going to allow their credit risk management algorithm to shit all over loyal customers, then they can take their
She
card
mad.
and their service and shove it straight up their asses.
Wow.
So, fuck your ridiculous membership fees. Fuck your algorithm. Fuck your reduction in spending limits. I'm going to start using a credit card company whose interest rate is literally
going
a
ham.
third less than yours, who appreciates my business and doesn't shit all over loyal customers.
Ooh, dog, she been with them people since 1989, I think she said, bro. Some of y'all was born in 1989. That mean you 37, bro. That means she at least 50, almost going on 60, most likely, bro. And I'm saying that for the simple fact, bro, you know they say black don't crack, bro. But dog, listen, bro. You know, I thought she was younger than what she led to be. I really did, you know. But these credit card companies are not loyal, bro. You got to stick to the script, man. Do what's best for you, bro. Move to another credit card company if you have to. Call them up and ask them, look, do you got any promotion? You know what I'm saying? Like if I transfer the balance over, do I get a discount or whatever? Look out for you and yours, because they're going to get them. Believe that.
So has Amex cut your credit line on either your business credit cards or your personal credit cards lately? Or have they sent you an email saying they're reviewing your credit and they'd like you to pay X amount within 3 days? Otherwise, they're going to automatically lower your credit line.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments if you're a small business and you've had Amex reach out to you or lower your credit lines, or if you have on your personal Amex cards. During the great financial crisis of 2007, 2008, Amex was one of the more aggressive credit card companies in their reaction to the great financial crisis. Almost immediately, they cut people's credit lines really significantly. And so much so that some people had to take out home equity lines of credit to pay off American Express. And we're talking really significant stuff. Like I remember like a coworker of mine, he had like a $50,000 credit line on his Amex. He had like a $20,000 balance, which really like,
that's 50%.
It's a lot of money, yes, but it's not like he was like had a $39,000 balance or on a $40,000 credit line. But anyway, they basically Amex said we're slashing you to $5,000 from $40,000. We're slashing you to $5,000, and you owe us $15,000 immediately. Now, I posted about this on X, I posted about it on Blue Sky, and a number of people dropped in my DMs and said, yes, recently Amex reached out to me. They said they're reviewing my account. They're not going to lower my credit line yet, but they'd like me to pay X amount of dollars within 3 days. Otherwise, they're going to automatically lower it. And I think they're testing to see people if they can just come off of 5,000 or 7,000 or whatever the amount is, just to pay Amex to keep their lines from getting cut. And if they can't, then they know that person's probably a little bit over leveraged right now and a bit debt heavy, and it probably can't afford more than their minimum payment. So Amex tends to be kind of leading edge of what's going on with credit cards and debt more broadly in the country. And so this is something I actually expected from American Express 6 months or 12 months ago, just based on how many small businesses and households were telling me that they were running really high debt levels. So it wasn't a surprise when this started happening over the last week or so. And it sounds like quite a few people
Amex not playing with y'all, bro.
Experienced this. If you have experienced this, let me know what your situation is and what you experienced in the comments.
Hey, man, at the end of the day, the credit card company's whole thing is to reduce risk. If you look like a risky borrower, they're going to do everything in order to kind of like, mitigate that risk. Which is crazy because think about this. What if they call you up and like, look, bro, I know you got a $20,000 limit. Right now you sitting at about 15. Can you put 10 down and get your balance down? Or we going to decrease your shit? And then you say, all right, cool, I'll come up with the 10 bands. And then they decrease it anyway. Now you out 10 bands and you can't even go use that credit card no more. You hit. I can imagine that happening to somebody, bro. You know how mad you'll be if you spent your last 10 trying to get out of debt. Then they decrease your limit anyway. Boy, that'll make you want to flip over some furniture, dog.
The reason why your credit card limit suddenly dropped or your credit card company just closed the credit card is because of something called risk assessment. So in 2015, I was manager on duty for Chase Bank, and this would happen all the time. Clients would come in like extremely fucking pissed off because their credit card company or our credit card company would suddenly either lower their limit or they would close out the entire credit card even though they still owed money on it. And the reason why that would happen is because the bank assesses the relationship of when you first open up the account with them and then to the most recent month or statement history. And if they determine that you're a higher risk now that you were when they first opened the relationship, they'll either close out the entire credit card regardless whether you owe money or not, or they would decide to lower your credit limit because they want to reduce the amount of risk in case you happen to default. And that's the reason why your credit score would suddenly drop.
Damn, so if you already owe buku money, what's the point of them closing it out? It ain't like you can put more money on it. Damn. I don't know, bro. That's wild.
American Express and Navy Federal are absolutely not playing any games in 2026. If you have one collection on your credit report, one late payment in the last 24 months, whatever your credit limit is, they're going to drop it down to whatever your balance is on your credit report because now you're becoming too high of a risk of a client. I just posted right now on my story. This was a while back, but over this past week, I've had so many people reach out to me and say, hey, my credit limit's dropped. What can I do? What can I do? I look at their credit report. I'll say you were just late on Toyota. You were just late on a firm. You were just late on your student loan. You have a brand new collection on your credit report. So remember something. If you have any negative accounts on your credit report, whatever your credit limit is with American Express or Navy Federal Credit Union, it's going to drop it down to whatever your balance is. So if you have questions on your credit report, call me, 619-771-8828. You can reach out to me. You can drop me a comment. But let's get this resolved this way. It doesn't happen to you.
Hey, dog, it's crazy. So many people in America are actually living off credit. You'll be surprised, bro. I will put it to you like this. If the rich part of your town goes underwater and the poor part goes underwater, the people in the rich part are going to be more embarrassed because the boats, the RVs, the nice cars, the trucks, the big houses, all of those getting taken, and it's going to be visible. You already doing bad in the hood, man. It's like, all right, cool. What's going to be really different? Them people that's using credit, bro, they got all kind of stuff they can get repoed, dog. Y'all ever seen a boat being repoed down your street? I know you never seen no shit like I have. Not down mine. I didn't know that boats got repossessed, but I'm telling you, bro, them people that you think doing so much better than you, they got on golden handcuffs and you just got on regular handcuffs.
I woke up to my credit card limits being decreased on multiple credit cards. This has never happened to me before, and I thought it was absolutely fascinating that it did happen and the reasons for why they said it happened. I'm somebody who pays off my credit cards in full every single month, and I utilize them mainly for the travel credit card points and to have access to funds in case of some crazy emergency where my emergency fund might not cover it. I like to have that as like a safety net backup in certain situations. But today I woke up and both my Capital One credit card and my Target credit card notified me that they had decreased my credit limit because I wasn't spending enough with them. And when they say I wasn't spending enough with them, they meant I wasn't carrying a rollover balance to where they could make interest off of the credit cards on me every single month. So one of them took it from $20,000. My Capital One went from $20,000 down to $5,000. My Target one went from $17,000 down to $1,000 overnight. Pretty irritating because it does affect like your debt to income ratio. If you have access to more liquidity, more lines of credit, then you can have more on those cards and it won't affect your debt to income as negatively as if you have lower limits and you're buying certain portions of things. I didn't think would be something that would affect me, but it did, and kind of freaking irritated by it. I know that it is a numbers game and it's a business game for them, right? They have to be able to make money off of their interest rates, but it's still freaking irritating. And it's not like I wasn't using the cards. I just paid the entire balance off in full once it's hit my account, but the credit cards are not liking that. So they're trying
Hey, dog, it just looked like the credit card will punish you no matter what. If you're a great credit card user, meaning you don't carry a balance, you're responsible, you track every penny, and you pay off everything in full before the statement date. They don't like that. If you're carrying a high balance and you're only making minimum payments during a financial, I guess, a rocky financial time, they don't like that either. Really, though, what I'm trying to say is you can't win for losing, bro. Either way you hit, they gonna mess over you.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on and share some information that happened to me yesterday. I got noticed that one of my credit cards was slashed by $1,000, the limit. I called up the credit card company. They told me that due to the report from TransUnion, that's why they decided to do that. I disputed it with the credit card company. I also called up TransUnion today. They said there was no reason for them to decrease your credit line due to what we see here on your credit report. One of the reasons was because I did not have an open mortgage. I paid off my mortgage 2 years ago. It was about 6 years old.
See, you get punished for doing good things financially, bro. That's crazy.
So I asked him, I said, what does that mean? No open mortgage. That's why they slashed my credit. He goes, look, there's people that don't have mortgages that get credit cards anyway. So that's not a legal reason to slash your credit. So I do believe it has to do with most likely the war with Ukraine and the uncertainty of the economic issues with America. Anyway, so I disputed it with the credit card company. I disputed it with TransUnion, and I quickly paid off some of the credit cards to get my utilization back to what it was prior to the company cutting my credit line. So if this is happening to you, I advise you, if you can, to try to pay off some credit cards to get your credit card utilization down, and also dispute it with the credit card company and the credit card company, whether it's Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian, that reported the information back to your credit card company, dispute with them also.
Boy. She paid off the damn house so that she ain't got to worry about a mortgage, and the credit card company pulled this. Boy, that's cold-blooded.
That was rude. That was pretty fucking rude.
Amex seems to be the culprit, bro. They keep on doing the dumb shit.
Do y'all think I should get an Amex card? Because I used to have an Amex card in 2007, between 2016 to 2017. I had it for a year, an Amex card. My credit was really good at the time, and I was taking real good care of my credit. And I don't know, I just went through a rough patch where I didn't have any money, and it was time to pay my Amex bill. The bill was like $500, y'all, and I literally at the time only had $600 to my name, literally. And I don't know why, but for some reason my thought process was that it was better to have cash accessible instead of paying my Amex card. So I was like, I'm gonna just pay it late. Y'all, why when it was time to pay the Amex card, I paid it and they closed it immediately. They closed my card.
Dog, them people got their money and got the fuck. And she said it happened in 2007. What was going on, bruh? A financial crisis like we going through right now.
So that was in 2017. So I
2017. Damn.
It has been a total of 8 years without an Amex card, and my credit is better now, and I'm doing better for myself financially. And I've been getting mixed reviews about the Amex. A lot of people say they don't think that it's a necessity because of the high annual fee. And a lot of people are saying that it is a staple. Like, as a person with good credit, you need to have an Amex card. So I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? Because I feel like I could live without it. I don't really need it. But if, life is all about progression and climbing that ladder, whatever the ladder may mean to you.
I ain't gonna lie though, dog. I got Amex cards and I get a lot of perks with it. I think the perks definitely outweigh the annual fee for sure. Just in movies that I didn't rent it from, I get free movies like on Amazon Prime and stuff. Sometimes if you want to buy one of the movies or rent the movie, this shit like $14. Man, I just use the points. Real talk. You feel me? But man, Amex closed your account in 2017. They wasn't loyal to you, man. And guess what? They'll do it again.
I was so happy with my American Express credit card. So when I applied for it, they approved me instantly for $20,000, gave me my digital card that I could use to buy whatever I wanted to. So I charged $20,000 to it immediately because that's what they gave me. So I'm like, okay.
That's
and here
stupid.
we are a month and a half later. I've been making my payments on it and everything. And now they want to tell me that they promote financial responsible spending or whatever. And I'm like, I was loving that card because every time I swiped it, it would send me a notification. Okay, your purchase has been approved for this amount of money. And it was nice. I had all my purchases right there in my notifications, like everything. It was just so easy just to tap and go on that card.
She tripping.
And now they want to come out with, they suspended my account because I need responsible spending.
You look risky.
I'm like, but I've been paying you. Like, I charged $500 to the credit card. I paid $500 on the credit card. I was like, to me, that's responsible. But I guess to them, they can't make money off of you if you're paying it as soon as you're charging stuff to it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I was loving the points. It was just so easy to use and easy to pay up until now. And now it's a complete utter disappointment. I still have $6,800 more credit line on there that I can spend, and now it's useless. I was so happy.
Yo, that's wild, dog. People be crazy. But at the same time, they trying to mitigate risk. That's all it is. They trying to reduce their risk so they don't get caught holding the bag. But then, they never going to get caught holding the bag. The government going to bail them out every time. Big government, but they too big to fail, bro. But shit, you running up that bag on the credit cards, you do look risky to them. Even if you do pay it off in full. What if 1 month you hit a financial hiccup and you can't pay it? Now they got to sit up there and not get no money made on the principal. It's just sitting there collecting dust. You ain't putting no interest towards it by making minimum payments. They be thinking about shit like that.
Well, if it isn't more drama with American Express. So I went under account review because I was paying too much. I was making my payments too fast. I was paying down my balance, and they said, no, whoa, you got to stop there. You can't make these many payments. So now they're like, oh, you're not making enough payments. They want me to pay $3,400 by June 6th in order to keep my account again, or they're going to reduce my credit limit. I'm like, so am I not allowed to use all $20,000 of my credit limit? Because when I maxed it out and I was paying it off, you said, no, I can't pay it. Now that my balance is low again, you're like, hey, you have to pay more. And I just don't understand, like, what is going on, American Express? So you yell at me and suspend my account if I make too many payments, and then you yell at me and suspend my account if I'm only making one payment a month. So which is it? Am I supposed to make multiple payments a month or just one payment? I was like, because I was perfectly fine making multiple payments a month, and y'all said no. And now I'm getting this, that I have to pay $3,400 in order to keep my account by June 6th. Like, okay, I'll pay the money, but I was like, I kind of would like to take advantage of the full $20,000 credit limit. I was like, right now I've only got 13,000 used on there. I'm like, I still got $6,400 left in credit line. I'm like, I would like to kind of use that. I guess maybe we should go max out the last $6,000, and they can't say anything if I've got the available credit limit right now.
They're gonna close your shit.
They'll just probably lower it. I don't know what they'll lower it to. All my credit cards are at $20,000 or above, so I'm not sure what the deal is with American Express, but I pay them, they get mad. I don't pay them, they get mad.
Yeah, bro. Look, somebody in the comment section said, look, you're not supposed to use your whole card balance limit. I mean, you're right. You're not. Look what she said. I know, but I still have $6,000 left, and they can't make up their mind if they want me to pay a lot or just the minimum. I was paying more and they suspended me. Now they say I have to pay more, like how I was before. Message me, let me fix it. Accept my request. They about to scam you. Technically, this is credit cycling, but it was never an issue with Amex because technically you don't have a credit limit. You just have spending power. I make full payment every 24 hours. Never had an issue. Every 24 hours? I mean, shit, if you that, anal about it, I guess that's your business, man. But look, that's what it is, bro. People are having their credit cards getting slashed, the credit limit that is, or completely closed out, which is crazy. Let me know if y'all experienced anything like that recently. It's been happening since like 2025, late part of 2024 up until recently. So just let me know. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one.